Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to have your trading world turned upside down. In just 1 hour, using the SPY 155 strategy, you could have taken a modest $500 and catapulted it to an astonishing $4,000. That's a 700% gain, maybe even more. But here's the kicker. I'm about to reveal exactly how it's done. Buckle up, because your trading future is about to change forever. Stay glued to your screen, because this is not just a video, it's a trading revolution. Guys, I've done multiple videos on this SPY 155 strategy that I've created. So we'll jump into it, and we're going to go through some of the rules. I'm going to show you why a couple of the trades didn't work to start the day, but why you need to stay consistent. And you're going to want to stay till the end, because that's where the consistency pays off. So the very first candle of the day was this outside bar. When it opens, you can put a marker here. I put a blue line. That tells me that anything trading above that blue line, the day is green. Anything below that blue line, the day is red. And why is that important? Because I need this hourly and this daily time frame to be in the same direction in order for me to take a trade. And you'll see what I mean by that as we go through this. So as we go through these bar replays, right now, I would be looking for a trade into the downward direction. I need a reversal or an inside bar. And again, we'll go through that. You'll see what I mean. So the very next candle was a 2 down red. There's nothing there. Because I'm looking for a reversal, I need a candle to go 2 up, meaning I break the high of the previous candle. And then my following candle, I'm going to want a 2 down. That is a reversal into time frame continuity. So as we go to the next candle, there we broke to the downside, then we broke to the upside. So I don't usually play the breaks of outside bars back to the downside, so I'm going to sit and wait on this one. Then we go to the next candle. There's our 2 up, finish red. So what we would be looking for is a play to the downside off of this candle. That is my 2-2 reversal. That is my first opportunity. So if we go to the 5-minute chart and wait for this to break below that line, you're going to see we did. And what happens is you then need to create a stop loss. So your stop loss would just go to the top of that 5-minute candle as it closes. And we go to the next one. And there. We jumped up above it. We're out. Okay? That's it. That's the trade. Yes, you lost. So don't be discouraged when you get that loss. Take the loss and look for your next setup. And that's what I mean by staying consistent. If you traded with $500 on this trade and you lost 20%, trade with $500 on the next trade. Okay? Don't bump it up. Stay consistent. We go back to the 15-minute now. And we just look for our next possible setup. I'm just going to move these out of the way. Our next possible setup. So there. Next 15-minute, we have a 2 down, and then it went outside bar. That's a 3 bar, breaks the high and the low of the previous candle. Then we go to the next one. There's our next 2 up. So all we do is put our marker there, and we go back to the 5. And we wait for this to break to the downside. There's the first 5-minute bar, second 5-minute bar, third 5-minute bar. So we don't have anything off of that 15 minutes. Now we have a 2 up that finishes red. So again, we put our marker here, the yellow trigger, and we go back to the 5. We wait for a move to the downside. So there it is. So we're in that trade. And your stop loss goes to the top of the 5. I took this trade. I got stopped out on this trade. It was a 20% loss for me. And that's okay, but you need to stay consistent. There's the next one. Okay, and it broke our stop loss. We are out of the trade. That's it. You take that small loss and you move on. Now I'm just going to move. I'm going to move these out of the way. That one I'm going to delete. And then we're just going to, again, we're going to look for the next setup. Okay, nothing there. There's a 2 up red. So I would look for a break to the downside. We're not going to get it. Now we're in, notice how the time frame continuity changes. The daily is now green because we're above that blue line. The hourly is also green. So now we would be looking for something to trend to the upside. Now we're not going to get that. Now there's that inside bar. So now listen, off of this inside bar, we can take a break to the high side because I know that daily and hourly are both going to be green, or I can take a break to the downside. I think I said downside. Break to the upside because the day and the hourly are going to be green. We're above that blue line. If it breaks to the downside, I know my hourly and my daily are going to be red, so I can take that trade again. And so what you do is you mark that trigger and you mark your targets. The targets are the bottom of the preceding wicks, okay? That's it. Okay, so now that I have that marker out, guys, this is where the magic happens. If you would have stayed consistent, taken that first trade with a loss, the second trade with a loss, this third trade would have made some people's month, some people's year on the way some people trade. Now we go down to the 5 minute because we set our triggers and targets on the 15, we manage on the 5. So now what happens when we go through this? There's your first break, okay? You're in the trade. There's your stop loss, okay? That's your 5 minute stop loss. What's the next candle? Okay, what do? We move our stop loss down. It's that simple. Watch. Next one, we move our stop loss down. Okay? Next one, bo-wango. Now, here's where we get into the fun stuff. My stop loss isn't going there anymore. That's not where my stop loss is going because I'm making sure I'm leaving this thing with profit. So, because these two targets are fairly close, and I'm already so much, I've got so much gain from this trade already off of that, I'm willing to risk some of that to gain a little more. So, you can put your stop loss wherever you want. You can put it at the top. You can put it at the top of that 5 minute candle, or you can put it at any one of these green targets. Any one. Doesn't matter. We're going to place it there. Okay? Next candle. Bowango. Okay? Hammered this thing. This trade in itself right here is a multi-bagger. Okay? Multiple hundreds of percents off of this trade. Whoops, sorry guys. Off of this trade. Go to the 15. And we go to the 5. Here we go. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so now we're back here. Multiple baggers. So we go to the next one. Move your stop loss down. Move your stop loss down. Okay, and that's it. This is it, guys. This trade would have made your week, your month. This is where we triggered at 436.84 all the way down to 434. That's over a $2 move, but it gets better. Okay? There is, if you got stopped out here, I'm probably letting this thing ride a little bit because I'm so far into this trade. Okay? So that little uptick isn't going to push me out. I'm realistically going to want to take my profit somewhere at this target. But let's say even if you did take your profit there, you walked away with 300 or 400%, maybe 500% on this trade. Okay, we go to the next candle. Boom. Okay, this thing went on an unbelievable run. There's the next one. There's the next one. One of my members, I'm going to post it, if you look up in the top right corner, one of the members who follows this strategy pulled in 1,100% on his trade. 1,100%, guys.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Ibu.
It's an unbelievable amount, okay? You're looking at a $100 trade. You're looking at over $1,000 off of a $100 trade. Now that, let me say this. It doesn't happen on every single trade. It won't happen on every single trade. This was an extraordinary move. But if you're consistent with this stuff, even if you would have had 3 losses throughout the day, this would have wiped out all 3 of your losses by a home run, okay? By a large margin. We keep on going. This thing just continued to run throughout the day. There's another one. We go to the next 5 minute bar. Again, you can say you got stopped out there. Barely ticked above. So what happens? We keep going. Down. Okay, now I'm just going to use the top of these bars. Down. Down. This is a 1,200% move. Look at, keeps on going. Keeps on going. Risk management keeps you in this trade. Inside bar, outside bar, you can call it done. But even if we continue to go, even if you use some of those targets, that's your worst case scenario. You should have been out of that trade by that point. And even that right there at that stop loss, that marker, you're probably 800% plus off of this trade. It really is simple, guys. Follow me on my Discord. It's free. Make sure you join. We talk about this strategy all the time in there. I talk about the setups with it all the time in that Discord. It is based off the Strat, but it is my own version of using the 15 to trigger and target, but the 5 to manage it because it reduces my risk. And that is the key to trading. Risk reduction on your trade. If you can minimize your losses, you end up with trades like this that wipe out any losses that you might have had. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Or the Discord, which is free. That link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.